Hello everyone, welcome to my tapping channel. My name is Sandra and I'm the author of Tapping into Abundance, using EFT tapping and the law of attraction to change your mindset and turn your life around. And if you want to do just that, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. And if you want to find out more about tapping and the inner work and working with the chakra alignment and what all of the issues are at each chakra, have a look at my free masterclass. It is called How to Heal Your Shadow Through Balancing Your Energy Centers, and the link is in the description field below this video. We're not going to be doing any tapping in this video because I wanted to talk more about my experience of doing tapping and also my experience of doing hypnotherapy. I haven't been doing a lot of hypnotherapy. I don't do it online. The simple reason that when you are in trance, you don't want the internet cutting out on you. Whereas tapping, it doesn't matter. You can just start where you finished off if something like that happens. And so the hypnotherapy I really only do in person. But it is something that I find very complementary to the whole healing process and very complementary to the tapping process. So my experience with tapping all began when I had an anxiety attack. I'd had issues with anxiety previous. I'd been to counselling and that kind of helped. But the anxiety had come back in a big way, and so I was on YouTube looking for solutions and I came across some tapping videos. I had never heard of tapping before. I had no idea what it was, and I did some tapping along with some various different people who were doing tapping videos like the videos that I do now. And I discovered that the tapping seemed to have an effect on me. It calmed my nervous system down, at least while I was tapping, and it helped me understand a little bit more about what was creating the anxiety in the first place. So a couple of days after that, I decided that I really needed to have help with this. So I had been on the bus every day, going past a particular hypnotherapist, and for a couple of years prior to this anxiety attack, I would look at the sign and I would think, I really would like to do some hypnotherapy to help me with my confidence. This is going back quite a few years, so this is before I'd done a lot of the inner work on myself to feel more confident and to be able to step more into who I am. And so I decided, I'm anxious, I'm feeling all of this, I know a little bit about what's going on with the tapping, and so I contacted the hypnotherapist, and lo and behold, he also did tapping, which is very unusual back then, because this is going back quite a few years. Like, this is probably the end of 2014, and there weren't many people doing tapping in the area in which I lived at the time, but he happened to do both. So he introduced me to the whole hypnotherapy process, which I absolutely love, and we talked a lot about tapping. We didn't actually do any tapping together, we actually did the hypnotherapy together, but I ended up pursuing tapping, getting my qualifications in tapping, and really following the tapping for myself because I just found it to be a wonderful thing. When I first started learning tapping, I was tapping a lot on feelings and on emotions. And what I learned was, although tapping is great for helping to calm the nervous system down and focusing on the emotions, what I didn't expect it to do was to be able to help me clear the beliefs that created the emotions in the first place. And it works in a very similar way to the hypnotherapy. That's why they work so well together. Hypnotherapy puts you into a trance state so that your subconscious mind is then open and listening. And when you're giving suggestions in the hypnotic state, when you're in hypnosis, the suggestions actually do communicate with the subconscious mind. So the subconscious mind is listening and it's able to take in the new suggestions. We have to be in that calm state and connected to the subconscious mind in order for that to happen. When we are in a beta wave state, when we are active and we're thinking in our 5% of the time conscious state, the subconscious mind isn't paying attention to anything that you say to it. It's totally disinterested. You do have to calm your nervous system down and speak to the subconscious mind in the way that it understands. EFT also does that. because when you are tapping, you're calming your nervous system down. And so it's bringing you into a slight trance state. You may not go necessarily into a deep trance state like you do sometimes in hypnosis, but when I've worked with people one-on-one and have done a lot of tapping on myself, I find that what the tapping does, as it's calming the nervous system down and creating more of that alpha wave state, you start to connect more with your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind starts to communicate back to you and give you more information about what it actually really does believe. And it's these beliefs that drive us. It's these beliefs that create our perception. It's these beliefs that we think are real, which a lot of the time aren't actually truly real. And they're coloring our world. They're making us think that the world is a particular way and that we're a particular way. And we act every day according to those beliefs, and we perceive the world according to those beliefs. And so it's kind of like we reinforce what we believe because we're seeing what we believe, because that's what's being mirrored back to us. But that's where the magic and the law of attraction come in. Whether you want to call it magic or whether you want to call it law of attraction, it's that mirroring back to us of what we're putting out. And when we're doing the inner work on ourselves, the hypnotherapy can help us with connecting to our subconscious mind, giving it new suggestions to change your beliefs, and EFT does the same thing, just in a different way. I find that doing both together is incredibly helpful to me, because it brings the deep dive research into your subconscious mind and what the subconscious is really thinking and feeling, which the EFT is great at. And the hypnotherapy is great at reinforcing those positive beliefs and bringing to us the reinforcement of what we've been tapping on. So I like to use both. And I thought I would share that with you, because it is something that sometimes people just do hypnotherapy or they just do tapping. I like to do both, and I do both in my practice, particularly if I'm working live with people. If you are interested in working one-on-one with me, please contact me via the contact details in the description field below this video. We can have a quick chat over Zoom, or if you live near me, we can talk on the phone, and we can have a quick chat, and then we can proceed from there to see what you need and how we can work together to help you change those beliefs that you have about yourself and the world that are stopping you from being confident and standing in your power and in your courage. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com. We'll see you on the next video.